You know what? I'm done. I'm done. Look, I understand most people will say, Dennis, why you still keep going this? Look, I don't care, okay? I just don't care about this narcissism and all of that misinformation, everything that just happened in the FNF community. Not just because of as a whole, but the reason why it happened is because of Speed and Golsan. And I wanted to break with you. I just can't. I just can't with all these dramas and misinformation. It just is pain. Which is, if this is a pain and it has an issue, they have to understand the core of this situation and why it happens most of the time. And it has nothing to do with the community as a whole. It never was. It's mostly about people that take this seriously for nothing reason. And that's just so pathetic and so stupid. But I never understand this seriously. Why it happened. Now let's analyze everything that we learned so far. And of course we just have to talk about one thing that never will gonna change whatsoever.
In the comment sections on you seeing them either in the comment. So at this point, Tony has presented no evidence of anyone harassing them either in the comment section or on Twitter. A bunch of people from the Friday Night Funkin' community on Twitter decided just to believe Tony and started accusing me and my viewers of harassing Tony, not only in the comments section, but on Twitter as well. I confronted one of these tweets indicating that it was bizarre that everybody just started believing Tony despite them not showing any evidence that they had been harassed or attacked in my comments section. I confronted Tony as well, saying that they showed no proof or evidence of them being harassed. I said that they lied and fabricated this story purely because they were upset that their tweet was featured in my video. Just because I confronted this person, Tony, about lying and not showing any evidence that they had been harassed, the toxic side of Friday Night Funkin' Twitter had an absolute meltdown. A bunch of people like BB Panzu, Colson, Flox, Cade Dev all started showing up and just dogpiling on this tweet I made. There was death wishes, violence threats, even people threatening to report all of my tweets to get my Twitter account suspended. It was just absolutely bonkers.
So basically what I get that is most people harass Speed is because the fact that Speed was trying to, I don't know, he's just trying to make evidence that still holds about Kosa being make harassment, but I want to talk about this and it's just so stupid for many reasons. I understand that Tony didn't I understand that Tony didn't much evidence about this case, and I can understand Tony in this situation because he thought that everyone was going to hate him or because of making harassment about him, and some people just pop out. Yeah, I can understand that, but again, I just don't like the fact that everything that she's just learning so far, it's by misinformation. Speed thought that it was another. It's because he was really defending Kosan about this situation. Even though that Speed didn't read the whole situation with Kosan. Now, let's talk about what Kosan did. So basically, I don't want to show it. So, Kosan basically did get banned in Twitter because of how much, not necessarily, or because of how much he made much mistakes in most cases, and because of how much he handles these situations and how much words that violate Twitter, of course, it banned him and used it his backup. But how much I don't like what Speed says about the video that he made, let's see the rest of the video.
The point they're trying to prove, they definitely invalidated anything they're trying to say because they just ended up harassing somebody. But Again, these are Coulson fans, BB Panzu fans. This is the toxic side of Twitter, KDev, Phlox. Like, it's the same exact people that have been stalking my Twitter account and harassing me for the last 6 months since Coulson tried to cancel me the first time. Now, I genuinely can't take anything serious from this toxic side of the Friday Night Funkin' Twitter community. They've lied about me so many times, and one of those lies was just a false pedophile accusation with no evidence, no proof, no nothing, and it's just all of it's been debunked. And anybody that looks at it from an outside perspective can see clearly through this, and these people have gaslit themselves into believing that they are in the right, and they'll say things like, oh, I bet he's going to make a video out of this. Oh, I bet he's going to play the victim and try to manipulate his audience again. And it's the same exact 200 people. It's the same comments. It's the same replies, same death threats. It's just bizarre that these people are still doing this 6 months later. I'm sure the people that watch my videos are not surprised about this whatsoever.
Of course he's going to make videos about you, Speed. The reason why people make videos about you is because you constantly make misinformations about anyone else. Let me explain why he makes misinformation. First off, it's not about Coulson anymore or Getcoin. It's about the rest. It's about the ramen noodles that didn't approve what Speed said. It was about Angel Comics. Anyway, the Angel Comics was another stupid situation, but still wasn't fair for Speed to at least give anyone away because he makes that mistake. And the fact that Retrospector was going to leave, but it wasn't the case when he said about Ninja Muffin about anything else, only because Ninja Muffin says about him. And the fact that, and so on and so on. And oh yeah, did you forget about 4chan's mod when it was about 4chan? His speech just got to bring up that up and say that's most likely, oh, it has a virus. You see what I mean? Speed issues that he has is because he's ignorant about anything else and just keep being ignorant all of them. He has some kind of narcissistic personality disorder and it has some kind of complexity about him. He's mostly a psychopath. He's always obsessed with dramas. Everything that talks about anything that's drama, Speed is going to talk about it. And you can see in his old channel dedicated about FNF, and that's just so much stressful. See a guy constantly trying to attack the community because he thought that everything that people say in the Twitter they're toxic. Everything is toxic because of. You see what's the reason issue here, and how hypocrisy is this? I'm not here to even talk about I'm not here to any side in anything. I just like FNF because it's a great game. Not because the best or not. I just like the game, not the mods, not the fucking mod creators, just the fucking game. And that's be understandable if you will at least understand what I'm trying to say. Now let's jump off the trigger a little bit. So this is the issue that Speed has. It's because of his Twitter. And most of all these dramas, you can see that he has 187 comments, 201 redistribution, and 92 hearts. Dear FNF Twitter, I do not value your opinion, and I never will. You can't harass me or living like you did with the witty Mayfield Crisis, KDev, and now number of others. And here's the issue that has Speed did this. It's because this that's mentioned, it was about harassment or anything. It's just because it was the most circumstances. Suck the creator of Witty, even though that lead the community because of toxicity, he still appreciate people liking and Suck is a minor at this point. Mayfield Crisis was the same. He was leave the community, but at least the one who created music, at least is there. At least in K-Dev, it was misleading everything that he said about, which is one thing that I don't like about this situation. Because K-Dev never leave the community because of this. He left because other reasons, and how much stress it was for him. Speed as a person, he never understood the drama. He thought that he was best to talk about drama to cover up, but he still keeps this. FNF is only. I still block him. FNF is only still relevant because of drama. Not true. FNF was never popular due to drama. It was because of mods and the mods that created. What Speed doesn't understand is the fact that the whole game is created from Newgrounds, and the new is where the things was happening. And Speed doesn't understand that. This 30% is still trying to act like they're go harassing. I wonder why you turned it in cold street if I prove he was never harassed by my followers. So Speed say that never quote the streets or anything like that. But Speed tried to be this kind of person that he's trying to prove something, but overall, all that is just misinformations about it. I'm sure. I guess this is what happens when you ask someone why they enjoy and hate Speed. I don't know. This guy was just not the person that has another working on a video and then gonna stream today, probably. I still really interesting. He still have audacity to even call out the community. Or last thing for people showing up. So if I ever fuck your community or whatever, I hate you. I almost never say stuff like this, but I genuinely fucking despise you. Whichever fiber man, you are the. Look, I understand why Cole's son was trying to defend him. Also, Golson kind of brought up himself about the situation, and also we can understand his frustration about what Speed did this. Speed was getting against his word because we can see the whole situation about this. It's not obvious that Speed is a cunt sometimes. Speed is not actually a good person. He is basically, he thinks that all this he is just because of good. You see? This and all of that is just how Speed is. And listen, I made a public statement about the thumbnail art. No, let's talk about the whole situation. And for people saying that K didn't quit because of harassment, okay, then don't like for anymore. Not because of the gameplay, not because of copy, because of ingestion. It's dumb. I said, to be honest, he ain't wrong too. Partly I didn't leave because of that. I just don't get why I'm being brought this. I'm a get out. Even Kate doesn't even like how he was brought out every time Speed makes a point. And it's just so annoying that you involve much people that doesn't agree with you or just because don't want to be. I say, yeah, sorry for all this game. Even though it's true, you still know that you can't let him talk to you. So maybe you should just talk about Speed and then when he's trying to attack you, just ignore him. It's better than and we're now using this argument about you. I only said that because how much Kate was in this situation, how much of things that happened. And yeah, people just being consummate. While Cole's son was saying, he literally left because he has got stuff or dump. And when he tried to speak to Grace's argument saying, Twitter is the only place where the article sentence is still getting misleading. You can't say I like pancakes and somehow we say you hate to. No, bitch, that your sentence. What the fuck are you talking about? You say you have literally just gaslight yourself or the same to people that stalk my tweets. I feel bad for you. Instead to leaving on Twitter attack yourself and then same people that show up for hate cloud on my post and get my video and show some love to non-existent blood. Look, Spade, I don't like this tweet at all. The title, gaslighting. It's a form of manipulation that occurs above relationship. It has insidious that some cover type of emotion about when the bullying abuser makes the target question that judgment blue. Ultimately, the victim is gaslighting instead for wonder if they are losing their sanity. So gaslighting is most of start manipulation, but Speed does that too. He gaslighting about that he didn't do that anything or blah 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 shit, but he constantly did this one. Oh, I don't know. By the way, I know you are going to freak out and continue replies, so just so you know, I'm going to ignore you and just work on a video about it. Yeah, while you are working on it, can you say where? For? And now another? It's so funny. Why I have your attention? He still speak exactly his shit. And now let's see what. Get our head of your ass. You have forwards. Why did you come for me? I'm not using that. First of all, I'm sticking out for my friend here. Which you just slandered to gain your own cloud, which you Superman. My one friend or what? Don't be stupid, Speed. Nate, Kate, Kosan. Why may have different between them? You're just being cunt to prove that. And Agade, really? Grow up, then. I know I have, and I know you will be using crow. But wow, you mentally favorable that has done. Now it took you 5 minutes to come up with pandemic combat. Get thrashed, buddy. Listen, I get to think people know you, but it took me a while to even figure out who you are. Yet, Rasher, yes, you ask me, you have nothing to do besides hate on person. Even you get your fan wrong. Yes, I might say think that way, say poorly wrong. And I poorly stated that I'm sorry about this. Signed, Julie. Nothing for sure. And you're gonna come down to my old level when you just salty for all the truth. Listen, man, go back to your drop line and sure handle yourself. It's really a vacuum. I generally don't know what any of you have against me. It's like, well, then settle. I don't have not much against you, but I know when you people pushing. Well, and I know of my but my point is to stand. Don't be a guy. And now he's not a tweet. And then why is this a tweet? Why is it I? Where is the wish they're going? Elaborate. He still his ass out there to bully children as well as bully corporate FNF drama. Not to mention the amazing well done that definitely relates with. Okay, I get the bully part, but the fuck? Just have a crop porn in time to make them bad. It doesn't relate to the video I exist solely to get people who are porn addicted like him to click to the video. It's a cheap way to gain views. Also, there's two times pretty fucked up. Okay, thanks. Even watch those videos. You direct about probably. Then why you get out way like this problem like if you know it's problem? Shit, don't. He understand because he wants to make a mod to honor the creator Sky. Meanwhile, the Sky problem. Sky PP pass because the thumbnail is like that's the problem is PP pass make a mod for Sky. Again, PP pass made the mod to Sky creator mod. Idea that. Now let's see one. Actually, Instagram don't have problem with those standing either. Just because people are calling you out doesn't mean we are okay with any of that. There's a big smart channel talked about this issue and trying to get this content creator of the problem. Why are you posting on any video about the trigger? And now here's the cool sound part. You still should shit on someone for just not liking something. You can't be a bigger person than you know. Not bad eye. You are not allowed. I will expect you to know person, especially. You didn't even see the original situation where actively acted like a dickhead to Steven and trying to pass it off as just being a joke. Every right to call him a dick as much as he has the right to be honest. Shut up with this be the bigger person shit, dude. Man, I don't know, I just hate some of your accounts suspended and upset up over. There's not really a way to me to get full context other than people say Coulson did this. I can't really get from what I hear until I find out what actually happened. I wish you were able to get the screenshot, but dude, deleted his account. His comment and drawing still made the important thought saying blah 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 blah. Just say, it's just all around people in the community. He was the first step with. I see. People using the fact that they know. Come on, just keep. You know, it's. Sure. Just tell me. I see. Hate people using the fact that they are there. I don't know. I just speak. This man can't keep man out. But I see in a new post on Twitter, I don't see any harassment about this situation. I mean, he might have a harassment about this new thing. Didn't see anyone after cancel person. Alright, let's just talk about this second for a bit. And it took me 21 minutes to even talk about. Alright, let me talk about this situation. This situation is dumb. It's so dumb that it took me 21 minutes. And even in my original videos has that long huge line gap of 69 minutes. And I'm so sick. Please. I only thing I said, don't try to interact with this situation. It's so dumb. It doesn't work. And let me tell you what summarize everything. So Coulson with this friend of his, Seth. I have an argument because Seth was basically an asshole with Coulson, and Coulson was was his friend, and Twitter basically just being a cunt because always Twitter just ban Speed, and Speed was start. Oh, Coulson was another Coulson of attentional harassment. No, it's not. And so what's the situation? Speed doesn't make not a research to realize the situation. He wasn't there to even like the whole situation because of this, and that's so stupid situation to absorb. And another way to. And Speed doesn't even apologize for his fans, not in anyone the slightest. All he did is just misguided and misleading everything that he says whatsoever. He's just so tired to see because in Coulson should be this kind of stupid because what they did was so stupid, and I'm not here to even talk about. I show you some of this from other shows just to clarify my point here.
Where do you get off acting so damn naive? If you don't get with the program, you're gonna be out on your ass like Kavai and Tone. You have no idea what's at stake here. All this shit I've done, and you act like you don't even know who I'm doing it for. I did it for you, Red Skull.
I never asked you to. You made the wrong choice all by yourself. I think that you're better than this. I hope so.
Let me show you another.
Excuses! How am I supposed to trust you when all you give me are excuses? When are you two gonna learn that your actions have consequences? Consequences that affect other people, like me!
Why I did well wonder. Hey, why did you watch the whole 2 seasons for no reason? Let me tell you what I should. If you don't watch Aggressive Squad season 4, Haya was basically just being promoted as a some kind of a person of accountability, and mostly Haida did this shady stuff. And basically in season 10, at episode 10, basically trying to demask all of this and just to tackle Haida. And Haida was feel like out this because he was felt like a crowd in a group of people. And all of this because of and Retsuko put sense on him and just say that you did all this for by yourself. And that's true. Now you see what this situation was reflect. And the fact that Benson, that's in the regular show, is basically me. Because how am I supposed to trust people if all they do is make excuses? Like, when Kosan makes excuses because of how much of bad thing that he does. And how much is Speed, same thing. He may also make mistakes. Both of them make mistakes. And just have the right thing to shit on. And it's feel like the Centauro World. If you don't know what Centauro World is a show about, yeah, it's season 2. And about the Nowhere King, and the General are basically the same person. And of course, this both got into a war, and you don't see what I mean. It's just the same thing. All these points that I make is the Kosan SP situation. These, both of them, are the reason why FNF community is so far out. The only thing is just become get on and on and on with this. It's just so tired. Please, I just want to acknowledge the fact. Please acknowledge, apologize, speak with yourself, not make thousands of tweets. And just make it. So in conclusion, both of them are in this situation. And you can see by this drawing that I don't give a shit anymore. It's just so frustrating. Seriously, I can't take anything anymore. And you can say the reason, and I'm not talking about Speed anymore, or even anyone else. And you can watch my whole Twitter to see. You can watch my whole Twitter. What you can't read yourself about what I made this Reddit. I made some mistakes. I talk about the whole situation. If I mention them, even and here's the true side of FNF. It's just something good. There was any harassment in the point. It wasn't any harassment about anything at all. At least the devs of FNF knows this, the whole community. They didn't engage with the drama, and you see why. The people just are normal beings that they want to do something for enjoyment. And this is the issue that I have with this whole argument and how to prove anything. You can't need to prove anything to be because Twitter is the reason. And if something is Twitter, it's the issue. The whole issue about the FNF. It's because of the Twitter. And people, I don't get why people use Twitter in these days. Just to make pointless views that I hate. I hate everything that has to do with drama. To be clear that. And that's for it took me 30 minutes about this. And that's all of it. I hope you guys enjoy. Please give a like and subscribe, everything like that. And I'm gonna talk about the dislike counts of the YouTube, why they remove it. But I see you guys next time. Bye.